I am Mother Teresa, born Angeze Gongshe Bojakshu in 1910, in the city of Skopje, then part of the Ottoman Empire. My family was Albanian, and from my earliest memories, faith was the center of our lives. My mother, Drena, taught me that no one should ever eat a meal without sharing it with someone in need. Her compassion shaped my heart long before I ever wore a habit. At 18 years old, I left my home and family behind to join the Sisters of Loreto in Ireland. I learned English there, knowing it would help me serve as a missionary in India, country I had never seen but already loved. When I arrived in Calcutta, now Kolkata, I began teaching at St. Mary's High School for Girls. I became Mother Teresa after taking my final vows in 1937, and I was happy in my work. But the world outside the convent walls was filled with unbearable suffering, poverty, disease, and death. Then, in 1946, during a train ride to Darjeeling, I experienced what I later called the call within the call. God spoke to me, telling me to leave the convent and live among the poorest of the poor, serving Him through them. It was not easy. For nearly 2 years, I sought permission from church authorities. Finally, in 1948, I stepped out into the streets of Calcutta wearing a simple white sari with blue stripes, a symbol of humility and purity. I began by helping one person at a time, teaching children from the slums to read, tending to the sick who lay dying on sidewalks. In 1950, I founded the Missionaries of Charity, dedicated to giving wholehearted free service to the poorest of the poor. We opened the first home for the dying, where those abandoned by society could die with dignity, loved and cared for. Later came homes for orphans, lepers, and the elderly, and eventually, our work spread across the world, to Africa, Latin America, and beyond. Many admired me, others criticized me. Some said I did not fight poverty with politics, but I believed I fought it with love. I saw Christ in every suffering face, and I believed that even a simple act, a smile, a touch, a clean bed, could restore hope to a dying soul. In 1979, I received the Nobel Peace Prize, but I said it was not my award. It belonged to the poor. If you can't feed 100 people, I told them, then feed just one. My faith was tested often. I experienced long years of spiritual darkness, where I could not feel God's presence. But I kept working, for I knew faith is not about feelings. It is about love in action. I continued serving until my final breath in 1997. Today, thousands of missionaries of charity continue our work in more than 120 countries. In 2016, I was canonized as Saint Teresa of Calcutta, but sainthood was never my goal. My goal was simple, to love until it hurt. I was Mother Teresa, the servant of the poor, the woman who found God in the broken, the forgotten, and the dying.